keep you in my heart is where you are.
Hello, YTPC. So, first and foremost, yes, I now, once again, missing the facial hair. And the reason for that is it's been exceptionally warm the last couple days, and it is spring vacation for the kids, which also means we have been out doing excursions, checking out different sites, and lots of sun exposure. And I have a very dark complexion. I get a tan if I walk to my car, so I wasn't about to do the facial hair. I usually don't do it much past spring. I will absolutely have a very off color when I do shave it. So anyway, it's gone now till fall. So staying on the dark kick, on the dark leaf, I figured I would do the G&H as the dark bird's eye. Great stuff. I already packed it inside the house because it's a shag, which it's a bit windy. One of the reasons for shag. But it's like, I mean, this stuff clumps. I mean, it really does. A bird's eye is kind of like a bird's nest. So, I mean, it's kind of fitting. The wind is picking up, and so I'm really hoping that it doesn't cut into the microphone too much on this. If it does, I'll probably redo this. I wanted to try to get this review done before tomorrow, where the wind's really going to be kicking up. Again, today was like 80, and then unfortunately there's a cold front coming in, so tomorrow I think it's supposed to be like 40 probably. I think it's supposed to be like a lot colder. Literally, like the temp's going to be cut in like half. So with that, lots of wind. This is, well, it is a dark-fired Kentucky forward blend. I love this one. Like, love this blend. This is one of those ones where you do not want it on a empty stomach. I certainly don't want it on an empty stomach. This is one I would not do. I would do like the cowboy coffee from Country Squire in the morning if I was looking for this kind of flavor, which is a little more sweet, a lot less nicotine, also a lot less of that dark fired flavor. But this bird's eye, this dark bird's eye will absolutely turn you green. I will absolutely turn green if I were to sip this first thing in the morning or on an empty gut. After cooking in the sun all day, we went and grabbed some homemade ice cream. So I am sugared up, and that will not be an issue. So this blend, it is a Virginia Burley blend. Obviously dark fired Kentucky and Virginia is what you're getting with this. Most know, but I'll put it in there for those who don't. That bird's eye component is when they're cutting the leaf, you know, you have the tobacco leaf, it's got that large stem that goes down the middle, right? So instead of, you know, a lot of times, especially like rolling cigars, same thing, right? You would cut down here, and then you would cut again on the other side of that, toss that stem, and then, you know, kind of carve it off and make it nice and smooth, and that's what you're using to roll your cigars. Same kind of thing when you're cutting up pipe tobacco. More or less ignoring that piece. This cut, this shag cut, no, this is where they are actually cutting it along that stem, and so because of that, going lengthwise. They're getting it so it's, you know, stems down the center, and then they're cutting it little chops, giving these little bird eye throughout the blend. The stem also has a lot of nicotine in it, so, you know, go figure. Anywho, this is so delicious. It is so dark. It is a 100%. I mean, when you smell it, the jar, bag note, whatever. It's that dark campfire-y kind of a aroma. This is a very thick, very chewy smoke as far as just the mouthfeel. And it is so tasty. I know some people struggle with the shag cut just because it is so clumpy and so forth, and I mean, I think there's ways around it. I think some people kind of even cut it up a little bit on their own, pull it apart preemptively. I kind of like keeping it in that clump. Not something I would try to on the go pack into my bowl. I will say, outside of that campfire-y flavor, outside of the barbecue kind of notes that we typically get, that barbecue sauce kind of a flavor, one of those pipe sipping Mason, sorry, I'm realizing I got a little chewed up on the trail. One of those pipe sipping Mason moments when I sip this, and this is just that fun nostalgia piece that I truly love about pipe sipping. I get one of those memories. For me, it is when I was young, a lot of times my father would take me out to do wood type things, whether it's cutting. We had a lot of acreage, and we supplemented with wood heat, and a lot of times it was just cutting down trees. And so there was something about he had these leather gloves. He had these thick workman leather gloves. And I remember they had a distinct smell to them. I mean, especially if it was like a warm autumn day that we were doing this work, and you could smell like just this wood, dark, rich, leathery aroma. I don't know. I always, every single time I sip this, just for a few seconds sometimes, but it's still there, I will go back in time 30 somewhat years ago, and it's in the background of that. And again, he used these for a lot of different things. So I mean, it's you know, but they were always like wood related. So that's there. That's one of the things. I think it's just the leathery component, the woody component, and the smokiness. But anywho, now I know when I reviewed the Country Squire's Cowboy Coffee, I was saying I was going to go from least dark to darkest. And I just jumped to this. I'll probably do their Kendall blend next. It's a lot less intense than this, so I guess I'm kind of jumping around the board, but I was just kind of in the mood for this one, so this is where we were. I really can't say that there's a whole lot of other complexity to this. There is some dark fruit kind of component to it, but mild. A slight sweetness, but again, nothing like the Cowboy Coffee. It has nowhere near that kind of a sweet complexity or profile. Yeah, I mean, this is nowhere near the same sweetness that I would have gotten from the Country Squire's Cowboy Coffee. Nowhere near the same. This is one that I take my time with. both because it is high in nicotine, not because of any kind of tongue bite, but just the flavor is so bold, but yet it's so rich and tasty. It's just a great end of the day, enjoyable smoke. So, short and sweet for this one. No need to elongate this. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. Like it is good. It is dark. It is rich. It's got a nicotine punch. So, you know, forewarned is forearmed. And but it is delicious. If you like that Dark Fire Kentucky and you have not had this yet, throw that on the list. It is so freaking good. But that's it. Love to hear your comments. I know that there are a few of you out there who have reviewed this in the past, but there's not a plethora of reviews on it. So love to hear in the comment section what you think of it. And as always, if you are watching and you have not yet, please like, subscribe. It helps me, helps the channel, helps me know what's going on out there. Great stuff. All right, so that is it for now. Till our next review, be well and happy sipping.